What's up YouTube? Welcome to week 3 of my first time trading futures prop firms. This week I'm only 1% away from passing another 50k account. Right now we're running it up, man, going crazy. So let's get right into the trades and break down what went down this week. Okay, so I started recording this a little bit late because as you can see, price was rejecting with a very nice high time frame gap right here. Barely any drawdown when we came to the entry, just straight in and pushed down a little bit, and then we came back up. And these are the trades I like to see, man, because then I know we're going straight to take profit. Like 99% of the time we're going straight to take profit. So right now I'm just looking at my stop loss, trying to adjust it, make sure the price is right and stuff like that. So I ended up closing that one out manually. So that's one win for the start this week. I'm on the second trade of the week now. This is where I'm working out the entry, trying to figure out how to get in. So okay, now I'm in. And then price just comes back into that IFEG one last time, rejecting so smoothly, bro. I can't lie, price action this week was very good for me in my model. As you can see, we're just pushing up very smoothly. Yep. Okay, just like that. 2 for 2. We're cooking, bro. So we just won another trade. Alright, coming into Wednesday, I was looking at sells. So right here we have a 5-minute FEG, just watching the reaction off of it during New York session. So I'm just paying attention, trying to see what's really going on. But so far I'm just seeing rejection going up. So right now this would have been a missed loss. So I wouldn't have took that trade, so I wouldn't have took the loss anyway. But I judge it sometimes depending on whether I take the trade mechanically or not. So this one was a trade which I did not take mechanically, but most trades I do, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we finally got into the Wednesday trade, which I was stalking, and getting into the entry, it was looking pretty good. As you can see, we got some displacement coming down. I had to log back in. Please do not hack me or I'm cooked. But yeah, it was not looking good. It was looking good at first. Like we went almost 70% of the way, right? So I was thinking, okay, cool, this is good. But then as you can see, coming into New York session open, we started to get fried a little bit. We did start to get fried, but as you guys know, I don't close my trades. I leave them open, take profit, stop loss. That's all I want. I've done the break-even thing and it's not all that, in my opinion. So yeah, took a loss on that one. Not much you can do about it. So I've really just been feeling the model out because I haven't really took a crazy amount of losses, or at least had a losing streak yet. So thus far the strategy is working really well, but I don't want to judge a strategy when it's working well. I rather judge it how it performs when you're losing, when you're stressed out, all of those things. But so far I've been winning, which is great. So hopefully that continues happening just like that. Obviously that was a loss. Obviously Thursday's trade. So this is Thursday's trade. Entered very nice reaction into that FEG. As you can see, IFEG. As you can see, we reacted off the 5-minute FEG at the top right here, breaking down very nicely. But bro, look at this. They really wanted to give me a loss here. They really wanted to. Like they really wanted to. Broke straight through that IFEG. I thought it was over for me, but started rejecting very nicely. Man, price action this week was very nice and smooth, I'll be honest. For my model, it was pretty good. So right now we're heading back down to these highs that we broke through. So this is a very counter trend position, but it was still strong and came out to take profit right there. So now we're up 3-1 for the week. Final day of the week. Let's see what we got. So right now we entered into sells. We're seeing bearish price action throughout Friday's New York session. So we just got in. Very easy entry, IFEG. You know how it goes, man. If you've been watching the videos, you know how it goes. IFEG, go to entry thus far. So you look right here, rejecting into that FEG right there. So pushing down, very quick trade, 5-10 minutes, take profit just like that. So that was the first trade of Friday. Now 4-1. So here comes the last trade of the week. So before I get into this trade, I'll be honest, I broke some rules. I did trade outside of the New York session. I did do it mainly because, I'll be honest, I just had an urge. Sometimes when you're winning, confidence gets into your head and you just think that you can take more and take more. On the bright side, when I do break rules, I try to do it as very strict as possible. I'm not gonna break a rule and then just throw everything away. I rarely ever do that. But with this trade, I traded out of the session. The model was still the same. Everything was still the same. Just traded a few hours out the session. Will I do it again? Maybe. But I have not backtested. I don't have the data for PM sessions, so that's why I wouldn't really trade it at the moment. And with my strategy, it's too short term, so it can end up being just a strategy that you can trade all day if you wanted to. But I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to keep very strict risk management, very strict trading rules, make sure that I'm not over trading. Anyways, let's see what this trade has in store. So Friday's trade, what is trade? Reverse bias. Just had to take it, man. It was looking too good. Going into PM session, and then price just started rising. I saw FVG forming, and I was just like, you know, I gotta take that. So right here, I was waiting, just seeing how it reacts off of this IFVG, and it was reacting very smoothly. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just take it, bro. Let me just take it. Last trade of the week. If it loses, I end up in profit still. You know what I mean? If it wins, I get a little bit closer to my target. But I was accepting of the risk. I accepted the risk. So I was like, okay, if this loses, it is what it is. Obviously, during the time, my heart is shaking because it's not meant to be a trade I'm in. But finally, we pushed back up, came to take profit, and I just made sure to close that button, bro. I had to close that because, yeah, I didn't want no playing around, coming back to break even, stop loss, none of that. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to take that win, and luckily, it was a win. But should I do this again? No, I shouldn't. So next time, I'll be more mindful of breaking my rules because it can go bad. And when it goes bad, I'm not going to feel good. So next time, I'll make sure that I'm following my rules very strictly. Or at least if I do go out and explore the model a bit more, I'll be sure to make sure that I'm using the right parameters. All the rules are correct outside of like the time, everything else is perfect. But yeah, that was a good trade, ending up the week on 5 wins, 1 loss. So as you can see, the model is just going crazy. We're doing good things, man. I'm very excited. Like it's been very fun trading futures. Like when it just hits take profit, when you enter, everything's smooth so far. Okay, let's dive into the stats of this account. So as you can see right here, we're almost up 4%. So about 1 trade left. If I stretch the stop loss a little bit more, 1 trade left. 90% win rate, bro. Yo, I know some of you niggas watched the last video and I said 60%, blah 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 to 80, and you thought I was just lying, bro. I'm cooking. Look at this, bro. 90% win rate, going crazy. So profit target 75% of the way. 1 more trade left. Consistency score, yeah, we'll meet that. Minimum days, we'll meet that too. So as you can see, this week was just very good for my model. Everything was great. So moving forward on Monday, should be able to get that final trade past this account, and then we are 150k funded, which would be 100k funded. That would be great. That would be very nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for next week. See what happens next week. Will I make payout? Will I blow the accounts?